Good morning. Today we're going to read Curious Critters by David FitzSimmons. He is an Ohio photographer and educator who I've had the pleasure of meeting on 2 separate occasions. He's taught me a lot about photography and science and nature. On the front of his book, we have a gray tree frog. I even got him to sign the book for my wife. To Rhonda, stay curious, David FitzSimmons. And the first cool picture we have is the scorpion fly. He traveled throughout the United States to various zoos to use their captive animals as subjects for his book. So we've got a lot of cool different critters in here. Here's a Gila monster, 2-page spread. The first critter is the American bullfrog. Room, room, room. I love sitting by the edge of the pond and singing all day long. I sing for the lady frogs. Sometimes I climb onto land, but there's nothing like leaping, splash, right back into the water. I love water. Keeps my skin looking good, wet and slimy. The American bullfrog. The next critter is the American toad. It's not just true. I don't give people warts when they touch me. And that fairy tale about a princess kissing a frog, bah, it's rubbish. Why wouldn't anyone want to kiss a toad? Okay, so I might not be the most handsome critter, but I make a beautiful trilling call. I quietly eat all kinds of annoying insects. I stay out of the way, hiding in the leaves and dirt, and I don't make a big show of leaping like those frogs with their splashy dives. I humbly hop. Hop, hop, hop. The American toad. The next critter we have is a blue jay. You might have seen one of those outside your window, maybe in your backyard. And he says, "Kiar, kiar." Ha! I scared you with my hawk call, didn't I? You thought I was coming to get you. Actually, I'm just a jabbering jay. But I love to imitate hawks and other birds. In the wild, I love to jabber. Jay, 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 tool, tool, whittly, whittly, click, click, click. Kiar, kiar. Ha, got you again, not a hawk. Just me, a jabbering jay. Here's the blue jay. The critter over here is the Ohio crawfish. I wonder where David found that one. Do you know why I'm waving my giant claws? I'm warning you, don't come any closer. Snap, snap, snap. I catch my food with these claws. I also attack and defend myself with them. Snap, snap, snap. Do you want to know something really cool? If any of my legs get hurt, including my giant claws, I can grow new ones. Pretty neat, huh? Now, enough chit-chat. Back off. Snap, snap, snap. That's the Ohio crawfish. Here we have a 2-page spread of a goldfish. The goldfish says, "Oh, hello. It's good to see you. I do like visitors. Let's play a game. I'll flip my fins and swim around this aquarium, and you throw in some food. Sounds great, huh?" "Oh, well, those funny fish flakes are okay. But how about some veggies? A few green peas sound great. Or maybe you could find a few insects or worms, or the guy on the previous page isn't going to like this. But how about some baby crawfish?" Uh-oh, here he comes. "Sorry, crabby crawfish. Put those giant claws away. Fish flakes are fine for me." Here's the goldfish. Oh, look at this. Next little critter is a southern flying squirrel. Look how small and cute he is. "Yes, I can fly. Just a second. Okay, I spread my legs. Wait, yes, I'm a bit jumpy, jittery. Owls hunt me, you see? So I climb a tree, go out on a limb, and jump. Flaps of skin between my legs. I spread them. Then I gracefully glide. Sleep? Me? No, never. Well, okay. During the day, inside a hollow tree. Gotta fly. Bye." The southern flying squirrel. Then we have the big brown bat. Gliding, that little squirrel calls that flying. It's more like a long leap. I can really fly. I have skin stretched across my fingers, forming wings like a bird's. My wings allow me to fly up and down, left and right, wherever I want. Now stop looking and turn off the lights. I fly in the dark. I squeak and listen, squeak and listen. As my sounds bounce off objects, I hear where things are. It's called echolocation. Do you know what shapes I love to hear? Tasty beetles, juicy moths, and stinky bugs. I eat them as I fly. During the day, leave me alone. Upside down, wrapped in my wings, I need my sleep. The big brown bat. Ooh, my wife won't like this one. Here we have the fox snake. Silently, silently, I sneak up on animals. I wiggle in wetlands, slip through the grass, and climb up trees. In marshes and fields, I look for rodents. Among branches, I find birds and their eggs. That makes me hungry. I am a constrictor. I slither, I squeeze. That's the fox snake. Next, one of my favorite animals in this book, the eastern screech owl. Wow, what woke me up? Sorry, I was sound asleep. I was up hunting all night. How do I find food in the dark? Well, my big eyes help me see at night, and my big ears pick up the slightest sounds. Listen, did you hear that? What was I saying? Oh yes, let's whisper. I search for rodents, bats, birds, fish, and reptiles. Last night's hunt was so successful. I caught a mouse and a snake. It was nice sitting with you for a moment, but please excuse me. I must see about getting more sleep. The eastern screech owl. And here's the gray tree frog that we saw on the front cover. I know, you're thinking, gray? You look green. Actually, I change colors. Sometimes I'm almost black, other times bright green, and often somewhere in between. Do you know why I change colors? It's kind of like hide and seek. Animals try to find me, but not for play. They want to eat me. So I change colors to match my surroundings. I camouflage myself. If I'm among leaves, I turn green. If I'm on bark, it's harder to see me when I'm gray. Do you know how I climb straight up? On my feet, I have sticky discs that help me crawl up nearly anything. You might even find me on one of your windows. The gray tree frog. This next one's pretty cool, the bush katydid. Sometimes I wish I could change color. I mean, all the other katydids are green, but I'm pink. Scientists say that pink katydids are special. My mother thinks so too. She says that her great-great-great-great-grandmother was pink. That's how I got my color. It was handed down to me from my relatives. I guess each of us shares traits with our relatives. The color of our eyes, the shape of our noses, even the size of our feet. My bright color is often pretty cool. I blend in with pink flowers, and when I can't hide, it seems that birds and other animals decide not to eat me. I guess you could look at it this way. Would you eat a blue hamburger? The bush katydid. And this is a pink one. Here we have a 2-page spread of the Virginia opossum. I wrote a little poem, but I'm afraid to read it to you. What if you don't like it? You really want to hear it? All right, here it goes. Ode to Opossum by Opossum. Opossum, opossum, how I love you. You carry your kids like marsupials do. Whenever you're bothered, you run on ahead. If further provoked, you pretend you're dead. But what I was wondering in writing these lines is why opossum? Possum? No, O is fine. The Virginia opossum. Perhaps you found one of these sneaking around your backyard at times. Here we've got an insect, the Chinese praying mantis. I wasn't doing anything. I was just getting ready to pray. Yeah, that's it. Pray. Just folding my pointy, sharp front legs to... All right, you got me. I was not going to pray. I was going to prey. P-R-E-Y. That's right. I was looking for animals to eat. How do I do it? See my back? What do my wing covers look like? Exactly. They look like leaves. I hide among plants and then jump out, grabbing insects and occasionally small reptiles, amphibians, and birds. The sharp spines on my front legs help me hold my prey. And yes, it's true, mantids eat other mantids. What? You think that's in bad taste? Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my praying. The Chinese praying mantis. On the next page, we've got a cute little jumping spider. Hey there, I saw you coming 8 times. Yep, that's right. I have 8 eyes. Some on the back of my head. I can see in 8 different directions at the same time. Watch this. Twip. Quite a jump, hey? Twip. Do you know how I jump? I don't have muscles like you. I have liquid inside me. I change the pressure of the fluid in each of my 8 legs, and that makes me move. I can jump long distances. Twip, twip, twip. See ya. The jumping spider. Here we have a red, flat bark beetle. Sure looks red. Oh, I'm glad to see you. My back is getting mighty itchy. Even though I crawl back and forth under the bark of trees, annoying little arachnids keep hanging on to me. You do see them, don't you? Well, there are some small ones on here. Can you see the small arachnids on the back of this bark beetle? Tiny little white spots. Mites, that's what they are, with 8 legs, which they don't seem to use much. They just hang around me and ride. They might as well be shouting all along the tree, "Here comes the big red bus." To be truthful, they don't really hurt me, but they are mighty annoying. That's the big red bark beetle. And on this side, we have a black swallowtail, and it looks like it's flying. The wings are kind of blurry here. I am beautiful, and I want to be seen. I take flight, showing off my beautiful colors. I flip and flutter, dip and dance, decorating daisies, pirouetting on petunias, then resting on roses. Now, I know what you're thinking. Predators can catch me quite easily. True, but they don't. You know why? Because they think I'm poisonous. Let me tell you a secret. I'm not poisonous. But my colors are similar to a butterfly that is poisonous. So predators leave me alone, free to gracefully flutter by. The black swallowtail butterfly. This is interesting. A full page spread of the eastern spiny softshell turtle. It's kind of a mouthful, too. Boy, oh boy, sure feels good to get all cleaned up. I'm usually covered with mud. Living in rivers, I swim to the bottom and wiggle and diggle. Diggle is a word I made up. I dig a bit and wiggle a bit. After wiggling and diggling, I lie half buried on the river bottom, blending in. My shell's so flat that no one notices me, and the pattern on my back matches the mud, sand, and pebbles. Predators can't spot me easily, and neither can the small animals that I prey upon. I wait patiently for insects, snails, crayfish, frogs, and fish to come along. Then I extend my long neck and grab them. Well, I've been cleaned up long enough. It's time for me to wiggle and diggle. The eastern spiny softshell turtle. Here we've got a little tiny bird, the red-eyed vireo. Mom didn't think I was ready to leave the nest, but I wanted to fly. You see, my brothers and sisters, we broke out of our eggshells and ate so many insects that our wings grew and our feathers filled in, and well, I thought I could really fly. So out of the nest I jumped. I flapped and flapped as hard as I could. I was flying, but then my wings got all mixed up, and I tumbled down. Mom's a little upset, but she's still feeding me. She said I flew pretty well. This is a red-eyed vireo, a very young one. On the other page, we've got the eastern box turtle. So you want to know the secret to a long life. After 50 years, I'd say it's pretty simple. Eat, sleep, crawl, hide, share, and have fun. I eat almost anything. Worms, snails, insects, berries, fungi. I sleep in the dirt at night and hibernate underground in the winter. So I'm always raring to go. Good sleep lets me crawl miles and miles through the woods each year. When in danger, I hide. My shell is hinged on the bottom, so I just pull my legs, head, and tail back inside and snap it shut. I'm not territorial, so I share my woods, and sometimes the spots I hibernate with other box turtles, and I always have fun. I enjoy bathing in puddles, and I love wallowing in mud. The eastern box turtle. Here's the spotted salamander. That's pretty cool. He's got a little song that I'll try to sing, but I probably won't do a very good job with it. It's called Rain, Rain. Rain, rain, won't you stay? Keep my skin moist every day. I will find a pool and lay lots of watery eggs today. Swim, swim as larvae. Use your gills or skin to breathe. Then grow fingers, lungs, and feet. Life on land is just as neat. So that's the spotted salamander. And on the right page, we've got the monarch. This looks like a caterpillar right now. I've been watching the most amazing thing. One of my caterpillar friends just changed shape completely. He called it metamorphosis. You see, a few days ago, after weeks of munching milkweed, he just stopped eating and attached himself upside down to a leaf. Then he shed his old skin, and the new skin underneath was green. It hardened, forming a protective covering. He said he was a chrysalis. This morning, his covering turned clear like a window. And guess what? I could see inside. He was orange and black, and he didn't look like a caterpillar anymore. It's the most curious thing. A few minutes ago, he broke out of his covering, and he's a butterfly now. He said, I too will change into a butterfly soon. A beautiful monarch butterfly, just like him. I guess life is all about change, and change looks good. So that's a monarch in the caterpillar form. That's the end of the book. All right, I hope you enjoyed this book. I enjoyed reading it to you. One more picture of the red bark beetle before we go. All right, as David says, always stay curious.